What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to your EIDL update and stock market crash on Tuesday, December the 13th. Please do me a huge favor, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and go join us at trysmallbiz.com, where you can advertise your company for free or for just $1 a day. You can become a premium member. We'll put you on the homepage more than 100 times a day and promote you to more than 135,000 people on social media. That's trysmallbiz.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what in the world happened as the Dow Jones Industrials just gave up a 1,000-point move from the pre-market this morning with regards to the CPI number? What in the world is going on with EIDL, including those that have loans over 200,000? Is anybody getting approved? And what is one major scam that we all need to be looking out for? So, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock. Here we go. How's everybody doing? Holy shit, right? If you're in the stock market, follow me on Twitter at trysmallbiz. Thank you very much. We have 16 more to go until we get to 10,000. We are up 1,400% this year on nearly 100 trades. And I called this crash well in advance. So most importantly, where are we going from here? How are we going to finish out the year? And is January about to be ugly? But before we get there, tell me in the comments below, did you get the 90% deferment, yes or no? If you got $200,000 or less, please tell me. You don't have to say the amount of your loan, but you're welcome to do so. And if you got over 200,000, you're probably among about 10% tops that has actually heard back from the SBA. So once again, anyone that has 200,000 or less can get their payments reduced by 90% for 6 to 12 months. You have to reapply in the 6th month, but I'm assured that if you have an economic loss, you're going to be able to get at least a year of a 90% reduction in your payments. And if you're over 200,000, and again, tell me in the comments if you applied and what you've heard back, you do have to fill out an application. You have to state a reason as to why you're asking for the deferment. You've got to add your assets and liabilities. And again, for those of you that are having a decent year, make sure you stress the fact that a recession is upon us and layoffs are imminent. So even if your number that you're forced to share is strong and you want to be as honest as possible, you focus on the fact that we are entering a very scary time with respect to the market, the economy, and you're very concerned that you're not going to be able to make the full payments. I am unaware, listen to me carefully, I am unaware of a single person, be it under or over 200 grand, that has been denied the 90% deferment. So let me know where you stand in the comments below. Let me talk quickly. And by the way, yes, we're still going for the $10,000 grant. That bill, watch the last video. It's stuck in the Senate. We're pushing to get another bill to get the rates lowered to 1% and the removal of the accrual of interest. And yes, at some point before the 2024 election, I give us a 35% chance that we're going to get at least partial forgiveness so that you never pay at least close to the SBA, not a friggin' dime. But I must tell you, there is a major scam going around right now that's rather scary. You've heard me say hundreds of times, never call, email, or text someone in the comments. It's a scam. I've never put a phone number or an email address in the comments. It's a scam. No one's ever paid me a single dime with respect to EIDL. If anyone asks you for money, even if they've got my name, my logo, it's a scam. But here is where the scammers, most of which are offshore, south of the border, are doing. They're mining phone numbers at trysmallbiz.com. So they go to your profile, they hit the phone button, they send you a text. Hi, Sarah of Sarah Inc. It's Jason. I'm just calling to see if you want to get free stock picks. These motherfuckers should be hanging by a you-know-what. Family show. So they're mining phone numbers, ladies and gentlemen. They're acting as if it's me, and they're saying, hey, text me back if you want free stock picks. What they ultimately get you to do is hit a link where they steal your identity, or they convince you that I, which it's not me, is going to help you get a specialized loan for the low price of somewhere between $500 and $1,200. So once again, You never send anybody any fucking money in the comments, in a text, on WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram. I'm on none of those. The only way you're ever going to pay Jason a dime, the only way, is if you go to trysmallbiz.com and you become a premium member. $1 a day. And we need a hell of a lot more, especially given that we're ready to launch the stock texting service, and it's going to have to be super secure, along with the podcast in January, where we're going to reach tens of thousands of potential customers for those of you that are watching. So for $1 a day, for crying out loud, you're on the homepage 100 times. You'll be eligible to get the stock picks from me. And by the way, we're up 1,400%. And yeah, I called this 1,000-point crash, and it ain't done going down, ladies and gentlemen. So one more time, for the love of God Almighty himself. You'll never see me put a name, a number, an email in the comments. It's a scam. I will never proactively reach out to you and say, hey, get back to me for stock picks. That's not how it's going to work. And if you have any questions at all, you can also call me, in addition to email, at 866-2-SMALL-BIZ. I cannot tell you guys how much joy I get from talking to you for almost 3 hours a day. You want to know why I need that $1? I spend a third of my day on the telephone, and there's some incredible people that have some amazing stories, and it gets my ass out of bed in the morning, even when I don't feel like it, because sometimes I am, like many of you, burning the candle at both ends. But when you talk to salt-of-the-earth people that have amazing ideas, in some cases, generational small businesses where they're hanging on by a thread, and they tell me stories about how my crazy ass kept them in the game, helped them to get a loan and or a grant, and the future that we're all going to have, which is going to be insanely bright. 866-2-SMALL-BIZ. If you have any questions at all, you can reach out to me. It takes me about 24 business hours to get back to you. So ladies and gentlemen, about the stock market, if you're not interested, you're free to go. As you know, I like to keep it simple, stupid. We have been absurdly overbought, especially in the Dow, for 3 or 4 weeks. Stochastics, MACD, RSI, Relative Strength Index, those are the three that I pay very, very close attention to. Way overbought, way north of 80 for weeks now. And I told you a buy the rumor and sell the news was going to happen, even if the number was slightly better than expected. So we had a 945-point Dow futures melt up at 8:30 when the number came out. I said 4,100 on the S&P is a brick wall, while we got to 41 and tiny change, and it was a sell. It was the biggest bull trap I've seen in years. And what happened, as I'm drooling all over the place, in less than an hour or two, timber, all of it gone. All of it gone. As I'm talking to you right now, the Dow's down 28 points. It's a little after 3 o'clock in the East Coast. So 1,000 points or thereabouts gone. Over 100 S&P handle points on the S&P 500 gone. We were way overbought on the daily. We are approaching overbought on the weekly and the monthly. So, in my opinion, we have seen the highs for the year. The stock market is not going to eclipse the pre-market highs that we had, up 1,000 from where we are on the Dow, or north of 4,100 and small change on the S&P. It ain't happening. We've got one more whoosh down, because think about it this way. All the dumb retail money, and I hate to say that, but it's true, was in there buying stock, hand over hell, and we're going to be rich on it. No, the institutions were selling. The VIX, the fear index that I was talking about all week, it kept going up and up and up. And what did I say? I said, you cannot have a VIX, a fear index that's going up and up and up, which means the market was smelling a crash and stocks going with it. Something had to give. Well, it turns out the VIX was right. But on the open, the VIX pulls back, fills the gap at 22. It's now moving back up north of 23. Before this correction is over, the VIX is going to go north of 30 or 35. And all those people, the retail idiots that were buying the market at 4,100 in the 8:30 in the AM, the market's going to start to fade as we get into the holidays. And we may have a wicked, nasty correction as there's a reallocation the first week or two of January. Of the last 10 years, 7 or 8 have been ugly the first half of the month anyway, to the downside. And that's when the average retail investor is going to say, you see, I told you, Helen, we should have listened to Jason. I don't know why you don't listen to Jason. Isn't he gotten you up 1,400% across 100 trades? And he's not done yet. I'm looking at him right now. Some of them are up or some of them down. We're in a perfect position as we get past tax loss selling, which typically ends the 15th of the month, which is what, in 2 days? We typically see a nice little melt up as we get into the second half of this month and the first part of January in the penny stocks. But when it comes to the S&P and the Dow, that's it. We're going sideways to down. And the next low, I think it's going to be an inverse head and shoulders. And let me quickly explain that as we go over 10 minutes. Turn someone's head upside down. You've got a left shoulder, a head that's lower. That was the October low. We're now coming down to complete the right shoulder. I don't think, and that's a bullish formation, I don't think the S&P is going to go down below its most recent break up candle, which is 3750. If we take out 3750, we're going a hell of a lot lower because there's a massive amount of support there. So we're talking about another 5% or thereabouts down over the next month. They may hold the indices fairly flat into the end of the year and then look out below as they do a reallocation. And where do I think they're going to do the reallocation into? Small caps. IWM, ARKK, it was up huge. I almost sold it. I said, you know what? Let's not freak out the snowflakes because I knew when it hit 38 and change, we were break even. I said, I should just get out now. It's going lower. It's 34 and change right now. So I said, nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll take the 7% drawdown. It's not going much further lower than that because when we do have a recession, when the market starts to slow down and the Fed stops hiking, which should be in March, based on the Fed fund futures, small caps tend to do quite well. So we, if you follow me on Twitter at TrySmallBiz, are very, very well positioned. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, let me know in the comments below where you stand with respect to EIDL. Always remember that I love you and thank you so much for watching.